All right, you think you got these x and y intercepts down until they throw something like this. This looks a little scary because, yeah, so I'm not really sure what to do here. So I know the y-intercept is where you let x equals 0. No problem. Looks like the y-intercept would be 6. Okay, so in other words, the point 6, 0. The x-intercept is the problem. So the x-intercept is where you let y equal 0 and you solve for x. So as always, the first thing I would do is to see if I could factor this, and this is always scary to factor when that first term is not a 1. So I remember somewhere somebody telling me if you have this form, ax squared plus bx plus c, that you could solve for x by using, do you remember, the quadratic formula? Minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. If you didn't remember that, what do? You Google it, right? But that's the quadratic formula. So saying that I'm going to start plugging everything in. Okay, so in other words, let me give me another color here. I can see that this is my A, this is B, and this is C. And be sure and take the signs with you. So I have negative B, which is negative 5, plus or minus the square root of negative 5 squared minus 4, trying to get this to fit, a c all over 2a, which gives me a negative and a negative is a positive. And this is where your old teacher gonna pick up a calculator. So I know that negative 5 squared is positive 25. So I'm going to have 25 minus 4 times 4 times 6, and I get a negative 71 over 8. Here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. There is no real solution here. You cannot take, no real solution. You cannot take the square root of a negative number and get a real solution. Therefore, there are 0 x-intercepts, and then as we found way back up here, our y-intercept is at 6. So don't forget that quadratic formula. Another thing that you should have on a formula sheet.